But when you have people, you can lose them. Okay. The Unity. What'd you see? I guess the multiverse likes a good metaphor. One person standing inside forever. Nice touch. You know the way I see it? You get the best of both worlds. Everything you know is here. And if you ever feel like leaving it behind, Unity is just there waiting. Not every explorer gets that kind of luxury. Just count on blessings, you know? When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat. You are straight out of one of those film noir novels. Working undercover and thwarting the bad guys. Just walking around the key makes my skin crawl. How'd you pull it off? Thank God you were running point. You must have ice in your veins or something. I mean, don't get me wrong, helping SysDef was never on my bucket list. Commander Akande, he really wasn't as much of a tight ass as I was expecting. And ultimately, he had your back, so I guess here's to SysDef. Oh, shucks. Well, this victory, really, it's all you. I just wanted to say, when we first teamed up, I had a good feeling about you. But this... you really helped people. Helped everyone. I can't wait for our next adventure.
You came back. I thought... I was sure you were going to... And here I was, angry that you left some of us behind. Really? I would have thought... Well, if you ever change your mind, what was it like, being in the Unity? I wonder if that's why the Starborn are willing to fight each other over getting it. Just for that one moment to feel like you're a part of everything. I'm glad to see you again. But don't stay here forever, okay? Don't give up on the opportunity to step into a whole other universe. I think that's a mistake. Yes, leaving all of this behind is scary, but eventually we need to brave it. That's why Constellation exists. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to hold on to this universe just a little while longer. So, whenever you're ready. There's something I need to talk to you about. Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I promise this won't take long. I thought you deserved to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies and put an end to the Crimson Fleet. You've almost single-handedly saved the settled systems from one of its most dangerous enemies. I can't possibly commend you highly enough. Well, I'm not sure I deserve that, but I appreciate it all the same. What I want to know is what motivated you into making the right decision. You had Crix's legacy in hand, and you could have easily taken it to the Key. Instead, you flew it to the Vigilance. Yes, that would have been unfortunate. The Crimson Fleet would have had enough wealth to fund their operation for decades. So, no regrets betraying Delgado then? I imagine you and he formed quite a partnership right up until the end. Agreed. With Delgado safely tucked away in a UC prison, things will certainly be quieter in the spaceways for a while. I suppose my final concern is how long this newfound peace will last. I wish I could share your optimism. My largest concern are the reports that Neva Mora was never captured or killed. My hope is that she was smart and went into permanent exile. I suppose only time will tell. Well, it appears I've soured the mood of our lovely conversation. I trust my mindless prattle hasn't been too much of a bother. Thanks for taking the time to listen.
need something? Hiya, Skipper. What do you need? So long, boss.
Well, isn't this a surprise? This looks a lot less like a mind-bending experience of space and time and more like us hanging around like we always do. Although, seeing as how you left me behind, I guess my expectations were a little low. I mean, I don't want to say that's a bad thing, but I thought we had already said goodbye and we were all ready. All right, let's salvage something from this wreckage. The Unity. Tell me you took notes. That good, huh? All the more reason to get back there. Look, I know everyone's probably overjoyed to see you, especially now that they had a moment where you might have been gone for good. But I'm telling you, take the jump. Get out there into that next universe. I can't imagine how hard it was to be under all that pressure. A leader knows that protecting regular folk is not just a responsibility, but a privilege. And I'm proud to call you my captain. Modest, too. They're gonna make a statue out of you, or carve your face on a moon or something. What you did took nerves. Befriending Delgado like that, it was a huge risk. If he had gotten to you, convinced you to side with them, I don't know what we'd be dealing with right now. Good. He deserved what he got for what he did and for what he would have done. And if they regroup after all this, they'll be weaker next time. All thanks to you. That's the hope and the dream. But if they do, we'll deal with it. Simple as that.
Yeah, what is it?
Like touching down on a cloud. Your landing skills never cease to impress.
Do you think everyone at the lodge is okay?
I'm sure everyone's just fine, sweetheart.
Captain Alex, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent...
I'm not afraid to use this to defend my home and my family. But you sure as hell don't look like any spacer I've seen before. So let me get this straight. You heard a distress call and you flew all the way down here. What are you, some sort of priest or good Samaritan? I didn't know people like you were real, but I got a heap load of problems. And I'm willing to pay my share for the help. I don't know what game you're playing, but I guess I'm in. used to be 4 families that List helped set up stakes in this system. We rarely saw eye to eye in the best of times, and believe me, True, these ain't the best of times. Spacers started raiding, and it's been getting worse. Only a matter of time before they end us all. Unless you're willing to help some hard-working, pig-headed settlers out. No arguments here. The Spacers have taken out the family's List satellites, so we can't even talk to each other. Isolate and eliminate, a classic tale. You fix the Lopez satellite, and I'll open a secure channel, and we can sync up and get the lay of the land. And then get all of our satellites operational. It might be I'm getting caught up in the moment, but I actually feel optimistic for once. Thanks.
Time to grow stars.
Everything looks so pretty up here. We're in orbit.
Communications is up. Sending the data on the other satellites. You do hear me, right? Hello? Now that's a weight off my shoulders. It's gonna take some time dealing with someone competent. I don't suppose you want a job working hydroponics. No one ever says yes to that. Once you repair the other satellites, I'll open a channel to the other families.
drive out.
Nice! They just lost their grav drive.
Whoops.
Lopez to Banda? Banda, you there? You got the satellites back up? I had help. Big help from a friend. I didn't know you had friends. I'm turning over a new leaf. In that vein, we have to meet. All the families. Oh, I bet Jackie's gonna love that. I haven't exactly talked to her yet. She hasn't forgiven you, you know. Not sure I have either. It's ancient history. We all need to get over it. See you soon. All right. Connection closed. Panda's good people. I'm glad he's willing to meet. Time to get to fixing the other satellites. Lopez to win? Lopez to win. When? When? This does not sound good. When? Please. We may be the three families now. I hope the other families are okay. And the sooner we make contact with them, the better.
most glad to hear your voice.
Listen, we need to meet, all of us. These spacers have got us on the ropes.
What sort of game are you playing? We're not going to fall for another of your cons.
No game, no ruse. Times have changed. We need to move on, or we'll all be the saddest little footnote in history.
We can meet, but it'll be on my ship.
Fine. Banda's already signed on, so meet you at the rendezvous.
What about when?
We can talk about it there.
Fine. Remember, my ship.
And that's the last of them. Stranger, let's meet up on Lemaire's ship. I'll square away payment, but I have a feeling this ain't over and there may be further paying work ahead.
Let's get this over with.
Seals are tight. We're docked.
So, this is our savior, huh? Figured you'd need someone else to do something useful.
Charming as ever. First things first, I'm pretty sure the Spacers got the winds. No contact with them.
All of them? My God.
Shit.
They were good people. And they died. Needlessly. Because we couldn't get our act together.
That's rich coming from you. You've scammed me time and time again, Albin.
The Spacers are a threat to us all, Jackie.
And that is the salient point. Mistakes were made. We need to get past that. What I'm proposing is a mutual defense pact. Nothing else. Each of us throws in our ships, men, materials, and whatnot, enough to protect all of our asses.
I wouldn't give you one solitary ounce of helium-3 if my life depended on it.
The problem is, it does. I think we all need to cool off. Stranger, a word? First things first. You did an honest day's work, you deserve an honest day's pay. Here, with heartfelt compliments. But I expect you know what's coming next. We're not military folk, and I'm not ashamed to say we are out of our depth. I'll pay you more, much more. If you can help kick the Spacers out of our system for good, and coordinate our efforts to do so. Right you are. So we're not babes in the woods. Each family has a ship or two and hard men and women that can handle themselves in a firefight. But the root of the problem is, admittedly, a self-inflicted injury. My family was here first, and when Liz sent other families here, perhaps I didn't take to it kindly. Might be I made an odd credit here or there at their expense. Something Lemaire especially has never let me live down. But now we need the Lemaires and the Bandas both, I reckon. I wouldn't hold my breath with Jackie. But Banda's good folk. Well, hopefully. We need to cooperate now, but also in the future. We need a mutual defense pact. As our new mercenary commander, please talk with Banda and Lemaire. Lemaire, God help us, especially we could use. Her family's got the most ships and crew by far. But if she's a lost cause, Banda and I can muddle through.
Just so you know, Albin is a con man and a thief. Associating with the likes of him reflects poorly on your character. Lucky you, then. So here's the deal. Odds are good my crew can hold out against the Spacers all by ourselves. If we're gonna band together, I have the most to contribute and the most to lose. The smart play for my interests is the Lemaire's hunker down and outlast the storm. I may not be some sort of military expert, but you can't know that for certain. I'm not afraid of a fight. I hadn't considered the financial upside of it. Well, you might have a point. Fine. Let Albin know that I'm willing to try this defense pact for now.
We band together. Not only can we deal with...
Hello, stranger. Your work in getting the satellites up? You've done us a good turn. I know it was paying work, but a lot of mercs wouldn't even take a list contract. You here to talk about the defense pact? I figured he might. I mean, I agree that right now coming together makes sense, but going forward, it's hard to imagine Jackie and Albin working together for the long haul without one winding up with a knife in the back. If you say so. Well, the bandits will join the defense pact. We got one ship operational, another we can patch up. It's not much, but you'll have us when you need us.
So is the defense pact in business? Come on, don't keep me in suspense. You convinced Jackie? And now I do believe in miracles. How in the hell did you manage that? Wait, words can do that? Like I said, miracles never cease. So, the sensors have picked up 2 contact groups. Undoubtedly our spacer friends. We don't have many ships, but we can send them with you. Or hold them in reserves, your call. You are a wonder to behold. After you deal with the spacers, meet back on my farm. I've got an idea how to find where the spacers are based.
Docking seal released.
Open fire! Fire!
Their shields are gone. Gone! Ha!
We don't take prisoners! Ha!
Go get them! That ruined their shields.
Poor little ship's missing its shield. Oh, poor little ship's missing its shield.
Glad to hear you're back, safe and sound. Banda, you owe me 30 credits.
You're tougher than I thought.
Easy money. So while you were doing that, I used the communication satellites to triangulate some spacers' chatter.
You did what?
I'm more than just a pretty face. Anyway, there's an old derelict star station the spacers are using as a base. That's the plan. We throw everything we got at them. There are undoubtedly a lot of spacers there, both ships and men on the station itself.
We need to excise this cancer from our system. Every last one of them.
100% agree. So, oh glorious leader, any words of wisdom or inspiration before we embark? This is it. The big one. We need to bring everything we got to bear. There won't be any do-overs on this one. We'll all be waiting for you to jump in.
Ready here. Doors good too. We're in orbit. What next?
Bring all weapons online! Ha! 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 Look alive! Spacers got reinforcements! More contacts jumping in!
Take them out.
Everyone, start boarding the star station. It's time to reclaim this system for good.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Captain Alex, it is...
Just give up already!
Just need...
This is the first deep breath I've taken in months. I make no illusions. You did this. And now it's up to us to keep it going. Very diplomatic. It's horseshit, of course. But it sounded nice. The rest of the families and I, well, we chipped in for a reward. I know it's probably a pittance compared to what someone like you makes. But, we're just dirt poor farmers and miners just trying to get by. I think I need to shut up now. Don't want to get... Damn you. I'm not... Yeah, deep breath. If you ever are in this system, you come back and visit. We'll give you a warm welcome for the ages.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
We've got the best mining team ever assembled here. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job, off the books. Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Wow, it's like you're reading my mind. Maybe this ain't the first time you've done something like this, eh? First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me. Okay, that ore you mined is really gonna bolster our numbers. Great! Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. I don't know who's more confident about this, you or me. Seems you know what you're doing, so I'll let you get to it then. Off you go, up to the Deimos office in orbit. Answer some ridiculous questions about ass-kissing, then we get you that job. Easy peasy. See you when you get back.
A reminder that particle detonations can occur beyond the city limits between the hours of 0600 and 1800 local time.
Used to think I was bad.
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go!
looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it? Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Hello.
When humanity finally left
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military.
intrepid explorers and valiant colonists.
That's a clean break.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see it.
Careful near the railings on the other
Don't worry. Trust me. This is the best. Okay. Now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. Spot on! Are you sure you're not psychic? Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
Sadonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay.
Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that, and I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations. Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then, we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done.
Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants? Oh, you're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant? Oh, so you are, and... yes, that's exactly what I want. Someone must have briefed you already. Good on them. Well, you know what to do then. Off to it, I suppose. Yeah.
This is a courtesy reminder that despite the low gravity on Mars, a fall into Sidonia's lower level is still likely to result in injury or death. Please exercise caution near balcony edges.
You simply won't find a politician who works harder for his people than I do. Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? I can answer your Sorry, but it's my strict policy that I only speak with select members of the press and major political donors who are serious about making changes for the future prosperity of Mars. If you have to ask, then I'm afraid you can't afford it. I'm sorry, I can't, but if you have any other questions about Sidonia, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, I should get back to what I was doing. Standard protections from the media and anyone who would go to them. I'm sure you understand. Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Oh, it's okay. You can drop the act with me. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. And I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do for you? Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Then again, he may be unaware. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first, since you seem to be adept at keeping quiet. See, my personal spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Discreetly. I need tight lips on this. Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship's last known location. Remember, not a word of this leaves this room.